Yeah, hi guys. Hope everyone is doing well. Just briefly, just wanted to speak to us on a very simple but vital topic um, that we all need in our life as believers, especially when it comes to trusting God um, or allowing God move in our life. I'll just title this short charge, allowing God to have His way in your life. Yeah. So just few minutes ago, while I was just having my moment with God and just worshiping Him, there's a song I grew up singing. It's like it goes this way: "Have Your way, oh God, in my life. Have Your way." So while I was just singing this song, and He was like you know my people, you want me to have my way in your life, but you're not giving me the entrance, you're not giving me the access. I can only have my way in your life when you allow me access into your life. The word of God says in Psalms 37, verse 5, commit your way to the Lord, trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. That's Psalms 37, verse 5. We want God to have his way, for his will to be done, but we don't want to submit to his word. We don't want to embrace his instruction. So how do we expect him to have his way? A perfect example, few hours ago, I went to the dentist just to get uh you know to do my checkup and deep cleaning, and for the dentist to actually do her job, because she was a female, for her to actually do her job, I had to surrender myself. I had to just lay on the chair and let her do what she does best. I gave her access to do what she specialized in. If we want God to do what he's best at, which is transforming our life, which is making us better, making us who he has designed, destined, and created us to be, we have to submit ourselves to him. We have to surrender ourselves to him. It's just as simple as that. If you want your GPS to interfere in your journey, to direct you in the right path, you have to commit. In other words, put that address of where you're going in the GPS, and the GPS will take over. The same way, if we want God to interfere in our home, in our marriage, in our relationships, in our career, in everything we desire to be successful in, we have to come to that conscious decision where we intentionally say, Father, have your way. And telling God have his way simply means embracing his instruction. If you tell God have his way, or me tell the GPS, okay, direct me to this destination, but it's telling me turn right and I refuse, then I'm not giving the GPS the opportunity to direct me. The same way, if we want God to direct us concerning every area of our life, in our relationships, at our place of work or career path, we have to acknowledge him first of all and embrace his leading, his direction. If we desire to have godly children, a godly home, a genuine Christian home, we have to intentionally and consciously do things in the house that will attract the presence of God, that will allow his presence, his spirit, have his way. We cannot say we want a godly home and we're playing secular music where they are using profanity. It doesn't work that way. If you want someone to, for example, if a few months ago, when my wife and I just recently moved into our new home, our new house, there were some bugs here and there, moving into a new house. So we had to call like the exterminator, and they came. We opened the door to them, we gave them access, and we allowed them put in all the applications, all the spraying they had to do. We gave them access and we trusted their decision making. We trusted them to do what they're specialized in. We gave them access, and by giving them access, they were able to take care of those bugs, spray the chemicals, got rid of them. In the same way, we have to, if we want a godly home, we want godly children, we have to allow God, who, access into our home. If we want to have a home of prayer, we have to consciously and intentionally pray, make it a habit, a daily lifestyle to pray, to worship. If we want a home of love, where there's peace, where there's unity, the family, the home, the couple, everyone has to do things together. Because when we do things according to the word of God, which is, in other words, embracing God's instructions to us, we give him access, we give him access, we give his spirit access to come in and dwell in our midst. The word of God says, if you love me, you will obey me. And if you obey me, my Father and I will come to you, will dwell with you, will make our home with you. If we love God, if we say we are children of God, we want a Christian home, we want godly children, we want a Christian godly marriage, we want God's love to, overflow in our home, we want God's spirit to overflow in our home, in the lives of our children, then we have to do godly things. When we do godly things, we attract God's presence. We want God's move. We have to walk in unity. We have to walk in love. This is how we give God access to do what he does best, to move in our home, in our affairs, in areas of our life. So this is something God just put in my heart while I was worshiping him, that if we want him to have his way in our life, then we need to open the door. The word of God says, I stand at your heart and knock. If you open, I will come in, I'll dine with you, I'll sup with you. But if we choose not to, then he cannot have his way. So we have to come to that decision, that conscious decision, where we have to say, God, I want you to have your way. In other words, let's open our heart to him. Let's be open to his word, his leading. Let's embrace his word. What is God telling you to do at this time concerning your career, concerning family life, concerning raising godly children? What is he telling you to do? Obey it. And this is how we give God access to move, not just opening our door, but also imagine if the exterminators, they came, I opened the door for them and they say, hey, this is what we have to do, and I refuse. Those insects, they will still be here. But because we didn't just open the door to them, we didn't just give them access, we also allowed them to, we trusted their method. We need to embrace God's instruction. We need to trust that he has our best interest, which he does because he created us. So it's something I just want to encourage us with. If we want God to move in our lives, in our home, in the life of our children, in our marriage, in our affairs, if we want him to perfect all that concerns us, we need to not only give him access, but trust him. Like this scripture says, commit your ways to the Lord. In other words, give him access and also trust also in him. Then he will move. Or other version says he will do it. He will bring it to pass. So we need to first give him access, open our heart, and embrace his instruction, his word concerning that issue, that area of our life, concerning, like I said, career path, relationship, who to marry, who to call friend, how should you raise your children? What works for one person doesn't work for the other. But God, his thought for us are for good and not of evil. He knows the end from the beginning. So it's just something I wanted to encourage us with. Thank you. Share this video and be a blessing to others. Thank you and have a great day.